Hi, my name is Henrik Rehr, and I am a creator of comics and graphic novels. Yeray has asked me to say a few words about the book INSOLITUS, which I wrote the script for, and for which the artwork was done by Solheim. I first met Jan many years ago in Copenhagen, when I was teaching a class on how to make comics, and Jan was one of the students, and even then he was just a teenager, maybe 16 years old. He was extremely talented, it was obvious to see. So after I stopped teaching the class, we stayed in contact, and Jan ended up moving into the studio that I shared with some colleagues. So Jan and I was actually studio mates for a number of years. Just for fun, we made a short story called Infection for a Danish magazine. I think it was 4 or 6 pages, and I wrote the script, Jan did the art. We handed it into the magazine, they printed it, and we didn't think about that for a pretty long time, until we bumped into each other at a comics festival in Copenhagen. And Jan asked me if we could maybe expand that short story, use the theme, but, expand the plot, make it a real full-length book. And I liked the idea, so I tried. I wrote the script, Jan liked it, and he drew the book. And now Yeray is publishing it in Spanish. At that point in my life, I had moved away from Denmark, across the Atlantic to the United States, and I realized that when you move to a different country, there's many things you don't understand. Even if you understand the language, you can read it, you can understand what people say, but there are many underlying meanings and subjects and all kinds of things that happen in a society that you don't get right away, and you have to stay there for quite a while until you get it. So I used that kind of feeling as inspiration for the story. So INSOLITUS is a story of alienation, of not really understanding what's going on and finding it quite difficult. I have a tendency to go on and talk, so I think I'll stop now and leave the rest to Jan. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy the book.